I got rejected by TCS. Yes, the mass recruiter who is supposed to hire everyone and anyone at a BTech institute, I got rejected by them. They felt that I am not worth their time. And so did 7 other companies in my BTech placement season back in 2015 and 2016. I've heard a lot of self-help books and podcasts who tell you how to handle failures, but none of them actually tells you really how to not associate and latch your identity and your capability with these failures. आपको पता है कि कुछ phases जो आपको इतना ज़्यादा टेस्ट करते हैं लाइफ में यार, आपको all those small and big motivational quotes जो आप कहीं पे भी पढ़ो, किसी के भी मुंह से सुनो, and all those catch up with you and they're on those yellow stickies all across your desktop or your wall. That was the period in my time. The most slow, sluggish downfalls that I have had, and it was extensively painful and tiresome. Every day I used to wake up with these sullen thoughts. Every night I used to, go to bed crying, sulking on my pillows. Whoever has gone through these cycles, and if you have, come out of it, surviving, I'll not define success over here, but just surviving, hats off to you, man, because I had seen myself break down doing out of the sudden random most chores and thinking about my life decisions. That somehow I had tied my identity and my entire success to getting that one job during my BTech. It was also that, a lot of things need to be figured out, but if you have a job offer at that point of time, it meant that your life is sorted at least for a couple of years, which both of us know might have been the biggest lie that anyone would have told us. And you know how it appears, most of your friends, all of your friends, the people around you are getting placed in their dream companies. You are happy for them, but at the same time, you cannot help but feel sad about yourself. But finally, a ray of hope did happen. I got selected in 2 companies. But till that time, I had gone through so many rejections that my mind just wanted to protect me from getting that pinch of hope and then getting it crashed again. So during the interviews, my first interview, 1 hour rigorous interview, was good enough. But when I came outside, I didn't want to keep that hope high in my head because I know the crash that followed after that. So I was like, yeah, ho jayega, nahi bhi hoga to chalega. And I went out to sip tea. And that interviewer and then the entire placement, Placecom is looking for me like, Ritika, where the hell are you? They want you for the next round. And finally, when the clock struck 12 that night, results were announced, and finally this heavy weight on my shoulders to prove myself vanished. And mind you, I have gone through these phases like every and each one of us does in their lifetime. Getting into BTech, getting into the next set of higher educations, the IIMs, getting into jobs, getting into these placement sessions. It's all about interviews, GDs, more of prep, more of getting selected from a long list of talent which is right there. Each second person is better than you. You are at shoulders with each other person on the list. So the rat race goes on. You are a member of it. So here are a couple of things that came out of it and that I would like to share. First of all, no form of help book, no form of YouTube podcast, no form of nothing can teach you how to overcome failures or how to handle failures. And I'll be very frank, you have to decipher it for yourself. At that moment in your life when everything is falling apart, when everything is in shatters, no form of motivational speech can incite that ray of hope in you until you yourself want it to. Maybe it keeps you afloat, maybe it is like the straw to a drowning man, but you yourself know that it's you who are going to take yourself out of it. Secondly, no one tells you how to not attach your identity and capability with these failures. Each one of these rejections in the interview, my mind was so heavy to think that what's wrong in me that I'm not able to do so. It's not that. Sometimes in life is just about the phase and the time, right? Sometimes those long, stretchy, sad delays in life are just there by universe's design. Time is not right and the opportunity is not right, and you need to just hold fast to that seatbelt and drive at full speed, not taking so much heaviness in your heart and surpassing it. Because believe me, when I went to the placement session of my MBA college, I was really nervous because I thought that the clock will again strike back a 9 and I would be at that same stage I was at my BTech's placement. But that didn't happen. I was placed at day -1, and that was in itself a miracle for me. I couldn't believe my ears. I got rejected. I'm not saying I got rejected by a couple of companies, but then something did happen and it was faster this time. So I understood that sometimes it's just a sheer play of your luck and your timing. It's not just about being at the right time at the right place. It's just your luck. It's just that sometimes delays are in universe's fabric of fate for you and sometimes they are not. Thirdly, most of the times we fail to see that what life has to offer beyond beyond these small things. So at that point of time, everything to me was about this one particular job, right? And I was not able to get it. It was never about getting the job. It was always about getting into the correct, accurate next phase of your life. And that phase can be anything. For me, it was that one opportunity that came to campus much, much later, because it didn't just open a pathway for a paycheck. It opened a pathway to an entire new town. That was Mumbai. It was the first time a girl from a small town girl was going into Mumbai. The quotient of independence quota you need to do this alone is drastic. And I have met some really great office colleagues, some really great mentors out there. The kind of promise it held, the kind of change that it brought to my mindset, to the way I looked upon things, to the way I managed stress and hard work and success, all was defined by that one movement that was bought by a long, long, stretchy period of delay and sorrow and hard work. So maybe in life, life is keeping you waiting on an edge so that something right comes and picks you up, because the next phase depends on it, because a door can only open at the right permissible time. Many of us do not believe in these theories. I do, and I have seen how they come to play at large. Sometimes when you're not getting something, it might be the biggest boon the universe has in store for you, cloaked in the form of despair, and you need to remind yourself every time you go through these cycles. So which finally comes to the last thing, last nuggetory detail. Sometimes in life, you're walking down a very deserty road. It is dusty, it is hot, the sun is shining bright, you are tired, there's blisters in your feet, but you need to keep moving on. And trust me, you'll find the resources of sustenance in these long droughts of despair in your life if you just keep going, just showing up. Because you never know that on the next crossroad, on the next turn might lie the biggest opportunity of your life, something that will change how you look at things forever, something that will make all these scattered pieces of the puzzle fall back into their place and the bigger picture comes to light. So just wait, just have a pinch of hope within you. Do not let the despair, the sorrow clutter it all. Just have a little bit of trust on the universe and on yourself, and things do work out. And they will work out from the same tool set that you have accrued while going on to this deep phase of despair. How place is a journey in itself. It can be quite tiresome at times. It can be quite troublesome at times. But hold on and just reach there. Echoes of Life with Ritika. If you have also gone through some bits and questions or some part of this podcast, drop in a like and a comment and share. Until then, adios.